Hi Pally, I'm Frankie Comey with the Pally Voice, and we're running a series of interviews with our principal, Kim Diorio. And we want to know your questions for her. If you have questions, tweet at the Pally Voice or use the hashtag AskDiorio or talk to one of our staff members. Secondary football coach and athletic director Earl Hansen recently announced his retirement. I guess on the more personal level, what will you miss most about Coach Hansen, and how do you think his legacy will live on in Pella?
So, on a personal level, Coach Hansen has been a dear friend, advisor, inspiration, somebody I've been able to problem solve with, and somebody who's taught me a lot about leadership. He's given me a lot of helpful hints and encouragement, and has been really supportive of my role as principal here at Pally. So I'm going to miss our daily conversations. I talk to him every day. We meet out on the quad around brunch time, or at 8 o'clock in the morning after zero period PE. He comes to the office, or he was just in my office for lunch. We check in pretty much on a daily basis, so that I'm always informed what's going on, the latest with whether it's playoffs, whether it's, who's using which gym and where we need to have staff coverage for which games, or if there are any issues with hiring a coach, or if there are any, student or parental concerns with a coach. We have that regular communication. He's always available to me by text, by email, by phone. So I'll just miss that. I'll just miss the daily interactions with him. In terms of his legacy, he's been a huge influence on our campus for so many kids. I think that's his biggest and greatest legacy, is just all the different lives he's touched. He has high expectations for his players, for his students. He wants what's best for them. I think he has a lot of character, and he exemplifies what it means to be a person of character. He has a lot of integrity. He tries to be the best person he can be. He tries to be the best player, the best coach he can be. He's not perfect, just like all of us. And sometimes that's even harder when you're at that iconoclastic. No, what's the word? When you're an icon in our community, or a legend in our community, I think the expectations are even higher. But I think if there's one thing I know about him, he's very reflective, and when he does make a mistake, he's not somebody who's going to make it again. He really does learn from those lessons of life. And again, I just think, he's taken Pally Athletics to a whole new level under his leadership. And, I think the players and the students, I know that's the hardest, that was the hardest piece of the decision to retire. When you're an educator who's so invested in the hearts and minds of your students, the thought of not being with kids every day, can be, sad and a little overwhelming. So it sounds like he's in a really good place, though, with his decision, and I know his family is very supportive and happy. We're going to make sure we give him a big Viking send-off and thank you for all his dedication and everything he's given to our community. He deserves that.
Absolutely, yeah. So to follow up on that, do you have any leads or ideas on who might replace Hansen as athletic director and, his critical role as football coach?
Yeah, we've had a lot of conversations about this already, and we're posting the football coach position. I think it might already be posted. I just talked to HR yesterday about posting that, because we do want to get that one filled as soon as we can, because there are some planning elements that happen in January, February, believe it or not, for planning the next football season, even though their season just ended. As for athletic director, we'll just go through the normal process as with any teaching or certificated vacancy in our district. We'll probably post the position in the springtime and go through the regular interviewing and hiring process. We'll have the AP in charge of athletics, Ms. Kim, involved with that, as well as probably our trainers, maybe a few of the PE teachers, coaches, maybe even some parents and students that are athletes and involved with our boosters program. Also on the interview panel for when we make that decision of athletic director. Football coach, that's something that, we do have a few internal people interested, and we'll probably open that one up first and see if we can get somebody lined up by January. Yeah.
Yeah, so do you think for athletic director, any of Poly's current head coaches will be interested or in line for that position?
I've heard that there's some interest, definitely. I've had a number of teachers and coaches and at Pally and in other schools in the district, in the other secondary schools, express some interest. So I'm encouraging all those individuals to apply, and if they have any questions they want to meet with us beforehand, we're happy to talk about the position and what it means. And we'll just see. We'll go from there. I have a feeling it'll work out. I think we're going to find some really good candidates to come forward and continue this tradition of athletic excellence at our school.